Welcome back to Soundtown. I'm here with Eric.
Hey,
Hey, Eric. How's
hey.
it going?
It's going okay. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm Russ, also, by the way. That's who you're listening to talk. And it's Soundtown, baby! Episode 10, Eric. Could you believe it?
Yeah, crazy. End of season one.
This is our season finale for those who haven't heard that yet. Um, it's been so much fun doing the pod. Like, what's your experience been doing this, Eric? Like, what are some of your takeaways?
It's been fun. I've been enjoying it.
Me
It's
too.
it's it's mostly just fun to see to see old friends that I haven't seen in a while.
Exactly. Yeah, catching up and then also getting to pick their brains about their creative processes is it's been a lot of fun for me as well. And couldn't have asked for a better partner in crime to be doing it with.
Oh,
Trying to give
Which
you a side high
which
five. Oh, yeah.
way, which way is better?
Yeah, no, I don't know. We'll try both ways. I don't know. Well, I'll edit it so we don't look like total idiots. But season finale, we're gonna be taking a break from releasing some episodes until January. January sounds like a long time, but it's only 2 months, and in that 2 months, we'll be recording some more awesome episodes for everyone to listen to. Eric and I cannot thank our listeners enough. I actually was just notified that we were the first podcast on our network to reach over 100 downloads, which genuinely surprised Eric and I. We're so happy to hear that people are listening and enjoying the show. Please leave us a rating on Apple Podcasts, or I don't know if you can even leave a rating on Spotify, or subscribe to us on YouTube. There's some really good videos on there, some clips that don't even make the podcast are on YouTube. And also feel free to follow us on Twitter at SoundtownPod to keep up to date with what we got cooking for you. And Eric mentioned this earlier, and I do want to thank our friends over at Best Available Player. That is the network that is hosting our podcast. They're paying to keep everything, you know, uploaded onto the internet for everyone to listen to and enjoy. And even though we're taking a brief break, there are other podcasts on that network that are still pushing out content. So I highly encourage you to go to bestaavailableplayer.com to check out some interesting other shows besides ours. And make sure you go to that Patreon link. I think it's just patreon.com/bestaavailableplayer or something like that. Um, because donation would be really nice. Am I forgetting anything, Eric?
No. Did you thank our wonderful, wonderful listeners?
I did, but I think it's
Oh,
worth
okay.
thanking them again.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for sticking by us through all the bumps and bruises as we try and figure out the world of podcasts.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we're getting a pretty decent handle on it. Season 2 is going to be better than season 1. Not from a guest, well, yeah, but probably from a guest standpoint. Our guests have been amazing, but also just we're going to be upgrading some of our workflows and our equipment, and it's going to be super, super rad. We can't wait for you to check it out and grow along with us. Please feel free to reach out to Eric or me and tell us if you like the podcast, if you hate it, what we could be doing better, and all of that good stuff. We really just appreciate any feedback and are so thankful that people are listening to us talk to our buds. But without further ado, Eric, do you want to introduce our guest for our season finale episode?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a very special season finale guest. We have Andrew Demarest, who's the drummer for Elephant Jake, also the drummer for Sage and Syrup, and involved in a million other projects, as well as just starting a little record company or record label with Sal from Elephant Jake. So you'll hear all about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Talking to, I miss that man.
he's so great. And we had such a fun conversation. We recorded that conversation a few weeks ago in relation to what we're recording right now. What are some main things you remember? It was just fun, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you guys are gonna like it. Andrew's a really, really cool, fun guy. One of the best drummers I've ever seen live. So We hope that you enjoy the episode. Without further ado, here's Andrew Demarest of Elephant Jake, Sage and Syrup, Fire Truck Records, and many, many more bands. Enjoy. Cool. I mean, yeah, I'm recording, you're recording, Eric's here.
Hi, Eric.
I don't know what else to say.
I'm here.
Hello. How are you guys?
We're doing good. How about
buddy.
you?
Good. Eric, are you in the same room as Russ?
Yes.
All right.
But we're being safe. We're being safe.
Oh, I see. I was about to say because he's a little bit more faint in the background, but honestly,
Really? Why does everybody say that?
Because I'm a few feet further from your phone than you
I don't
are.
think that's the case though. It's because we're
Oh.
doing like an AirPod deal.
Maybe one AirPod has a microphone and one doesn't.
someone's
Can you hear me
lying.
now better?
No, I can hear you exactly the same, but I can hear you,
Oh, okay.
so that's what matters.
Is it because my voice is louder and whinier?
Mine's
No.
lower and
No.
more sultry.
We'll figure it out. Dude, what did you just get off work?
Yeah, I was working. I had an 8-hour shift, and when I got back, back a little bit later than I expected. So I appreciate you guys pushing it back a little bit, so I can eat those shrimp tacos.
Hell yeah.
Yo, no worries at all. Thank you so much for logging on to talk with us. What are you doing for work now?
I work at a comic record store. It's called Newberry Comics in Boston.
Nice. I've been there. That place is awesome.
Oh yeah, Eric, dude, it's so sick that you came to Boston and that your cousin lives in Boston.
Yeah.
Are you,
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We'll talk about our little bowling date.
Yeah,
can we talk about it now? Because I heard about it.
We can talk about it now.
I saw all the pictures and I was like, oh, that's fun.
It was about a year ago, I think, right?
yeah, probably. Oh, it was St. Patrick's Day, wasn't it? It was March.
No, I think it was a little bit. I feel like it was like late summer, early fall of last year. I think.
That sounds about right. It was
I think.
it was fun, dude. Eric, can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Russ. Okay, well, you heard about it, but we went bowling. Leia, and then what was Leia's friend's name, Eric?
Michaela.
So we all went bowling. Eric, I think about that night all the time. Can I tell you why?
Why?
Because, okay, so, when we were going bowling, in my head, I was a little bit drunk, to be fair, but in my head, I was like, yo, we're going bowling. This is a competition. I'm out for blood. And I made it known to everybody that, yo, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to win. It's over. And I felt that because I was saying that the entire night. When we finally got to the bowling alley, everybody would bowl, and if they didn't get a strike, they would walk back with their fucking tail between their legs. And I was like, what have I done?
The job that I work for, I work in an office, and so for team building exercises, once a year, our department will go bowling.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's just, for fun, you build teamwork and stuff, but our department heads get so, they make it, such a competition that everybody starts feeling like that. They do a draft, and, somebody's the last to be picked, and they're, so self-conscious about themselves.
Oh, no.
And you bowl, under 100, and you get, reprimanded, so it's, the opposite of fun.
Have you ever beat the upper management?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I wish I could show you my bowling form. I'm not good.
No.
I'm not good.
You didn't play enough Wii Sports as a kid then.
You know what? I was the kid who, you did the Wii Sports, but I didn't wear the strap, and I launched my controller into a painting above my television, and I got in really big trouble.
Wow.
Tore up a painting.
Brutal.
What did you bowl that night, Eric? Are you a good bowler?
No, it was really bad. I'm pretty sure we snuck our own beers into the place because we didn't want to pay for them there. So we just brought backpacks with beers.
Yeah, I put mine, dude. I poured. What, it was Heineken or Corona or something.
Yeah, we had those travel coffee cups or whatever, didn't we?
Yeah,
Something
we poured it in the travel cups.
Yeah,
Dude, the next day I had work and I opened the lid and I forgot that we had beer in it the night before. And I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm on the clock right now. So I just threw it in the garbage can.
Oh,
That's so funny.
yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was fun.
I miss Boston. I would love to go back to Boston. My cousin does not live in Boston there anymore.
Oh,
She was
really?
just there for school, so yeah, she's back in New Jersey now.
Hey, bro, I'm still here. So if you ever make
I
a
know.
trip,
I just.
yeah, dude.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. If you ever make a trip, dude, like you got a place to stay.
Hell yeah! Thanks, man.
So, like, are you in Boston? Are you in the city? Or are you in, like, a suburb?
I am currently in Boston. Yeah, I'm in my girlfriend's place right now. I'm at my girlfriend's apartment. But my apartment is only about 15 minutes from hers. It's got the Boston zip code.
Cool. And so I guess that's because that's where Berkeley is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where Berkeley is. My apartment now is about a 5-minute walk from Berkeley. I'm actually not going to Berkeley anymore.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I forgot who I was talking to.
Mhm.
I would like to say it was Sal, but I think I heard it from somebody else who was saying that you guys were thinking about. I mean, I don't know. Are you graduating? Are you just dropping out of college and pursuing music full time? What's the plan?
So Berkeley kind of has this culture where when you go to Berkeley, there's almost this understanding where if you graduate, you failed. That is obviously not the truth. But like that's like the culture is that you don't really end up staying. So when I came to Berkeley, I didn't really want to finish. I don't know. I wanted
Okay.
because Berkeley, the way that they do music, in my opinion, and if you ask someone else, this could obviously change. They really want you to do music the Berkeley way, and that's not necessarily how the industry works, in my opinion. So
Sure.
I kind of wanted, like, I went and I got a lot from it, but I ended up dropping out this year because I kind of wanted to do music in my own way. So, like DIY type stuff, playing my own music, and not really just playing 12-bar blues, you know?
Yeah. I mean, well, like, what's your ultimate goal? Do you want to become like a professional musician? Do you want to be a composer? Do you want to record, produce records? Like, what was your goal?
I think I would definitely like to be in a touring band, kind of similar to like modern baseball or fucking Papa Roach. Like I don't know, like I don't know, like
Hell yeah.
like be in a band and like play like that. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure like you guys have thought about that too as Shark Club. Have you ever thought about being Shark Club and touring the country and stuff like that?
Yeah, people like people ask me what I want to like what my goals are, and I always tell them I either want to be like a TV movie film producer or a rock star. That's always what I tell them.
God.
Or maybe a firefighter or an astronaut. I haven't decided yet.
That's awesome. Yeah, film, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy. Is that
That's
what
what
you're
we did
going
in
to school for?
college.
Yeah. I went to school for. They didn't really have like a film thing at my school, but I studied television production.
Oh shit.
And
Is that how?
I mean,
Oh, sorry.
what's up?
So when we did that thing with Nowadays, I'm forgetting the name, but it was the full production, and it was a fun.
Oh yeah, that live show.
Yeah.
We did a. Yeah, that was all like my school. Like that was the TV department at my school. Yeah.
Okay,
we
that's
hosted
sick.
that.
That's so sick.
And bro, I'm not saying like you guys aren't great or whatever, but the only reason why you got that gig is because I tell everybody that Elephant Jakes and Nowadays are like two of the best bands ever in music.
Dude,
It's not a lie.
that is a huge compliment. That's fucking sick. Yeah, I mean, that was so much fun. I didn't realize that was like through your major and everything.
Yeah, I mean it was a charitable event. We were raising money for American Cancer Society. I'm sorry. But it was also an exercise for the students because it's a live broadcast. And so like you could pre-tape stuff, but doing stuff live is a whole other animal. So, a handful of kids will produce it and then they pick like who's directing, who's working the cameras, who's doing set design, who's booking the bands and all this other stuff. So that's really what that was for us as students, but for you guys as a band, you were able to come in and play some music, help raise money for a good cause,
Yeah.
but also then we'd give you or we just upload your set to YouTube and you'd be like, oh, check out my band. We played live music, and it's recorded pretty decent.
If I'm being honest, when I think about all the shows I've played and all the different sessions that I've done, I think that day might have been one of the only times where I've ever felt like a fucking rock star.
Oh, whoa.
Like,
yeah, I think that's what we try to do for folks.
Yeah, because now that I'm thinking back to it, there was a professional camera. There was like cues. Yeah. It's like, go on now, clap now. And there was a green room with food. And there was a post interview. Like, dude, that you guys killed that. Now looking back, it was really fun.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, I mean, we have so much fun doing it. Yeah, no, I'm so stoked that you felt like that. That's really, really nice.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like to organize something like that, you know, on my own, or not on my own, like with a group of friends, but like separate from the university. I mean, I'm graduated now.
Right.
But oh yeah, thanks.
Congrats.
Yeah, whatever.
Congrats.
But yeah, dude. So I mean, I know you to be of Elephant Jake lore.
Oh.
Eric, what's other band you want to talk about?
Sage and Syrup. That's one of your. I know you got a lot going on, but that's the other kind of one that's got stuff cooking right now, right?
Yeah, for sure. Sage and Syrup. I play drums in that band as well. The people, I'll shout all the names out. So Chloe Cook sings in that band. Carrick McCullough plays keys. John McIntyre plays bass, and Gavin Cortman plays guitar. And that's a band based out of Boston. And we just released a single called "Know You." I'm sure that's why you're bringing them up. So I appreciate bringing them up. But we're recording an EP right now. COVID has obviously made that kind of hard because we were in the middle of recording it, and then the school shut down, and the schools was how we were getting to the studios. But yeah, that's a really fun project. That project made me think more about my parts, and because with Elephant Jake, like all of us, it's structured chaos because we all have parts, but we all stray away from those parts purposefully. So I'll play a fill and I'll switch time fields during a live set to kind of almost fuck with everybody else and like keep them on their toes, like Kyle, Sal, and Colin, everybody. But with Sage and Syrup, it's really fun because like we're all on the same page all the time. So if I stray away from a part, everybody kind of looks at me and is like, you know, Andrew, shouldn't have done that. No, but so yeah, that band's really fun. That's a really fun project for me.
I follow you guys on Instagram, and I've seen some of your live sets here and there. And I remember the first time I ever listened to you guys, I was kind of surprised because it was totally like on a different page than Elephant Jake. What's the difference in like songwriting approaching between the two bands? Are you more involved in songwriting in one than the other?
That's a great question. Okay, with Elephant Jake. The songwriting process for Elephant Jake has evolved over the years, but initially it was Sal creates a very, very thought-through skeleton, or Colin creates a very thought-through skeleton, and then we get in the same room and we basically just branch off of the skeleton, and the outline is always there, so we don't really stray away from it too much. More recently with songwriting, I would say probably every song on the EP, we got in a room and we were like, here's some parts, here's a song, what should we do here, what should we do here, should we add a section here? And it was more of a cohesive songwriting process rather than just Sal and Colin selling the songs. So that's how Elephant Jake has been writing more recently. So I would say it's a good 25 split. With Sage and Syrup, the way that it usually happens is I'd like to think that Gavin, the guitar player, is kind of the force of the band. Because he always comes in with a part and a really strong idea of where the song will grow and how it will grow, and we kind of branch off of that. So Elephant Jake, there's always songs written, and then we kind of branch off of it from there together. And Sage and Syrup, there's parts written, and then we branch off of parts and add parts as they come.
And so how did that group form, or you just met them all at school?
Yeah, so I took an ensemble with Chloe, the singer, and after our ensemble, she hit me up and was like, "Hey, me and my friend Gavin are starting a band." So it was really just like connections and friendships and stuff like that. And they hit me up, asking me to join the band, and I said no because I was too busy. And then like probably like 6 or 8 months passed, and then they hit me up one more time, and they were like, "Hey, we actually have a full band now. We need a drummer. Please say yes." So I ended up coming back to it, which I'm very happy I did.
They said, please, you gotta.
I know, dude. Come on, manners are important, and I have to respect them.
But and then aside from Sage and Syrup, not to throw them to the side because it's an awesome project, but you're also involved in other, like a handful of other projects, right?
Yeah. So
lay them out all on the table, Andrew.
we are just throwing it out. Okay, so the band that I play guitar and sing in is called Canoe Safety Training, and Gavin Cortman, who plays guitar and sings Syrup, is actually playing bass in Canoe Safety Training. And then the drummer is Aaron Gunther, who was my first and second semester roommate in college. He's now my best friend, so it's sick.
That's great.
And then Ryan Adams plays guitar. And then my other projects there's this band called Crazy Maggie, and Gavin and John from Sage and Syrup play in Crazy Maggie, along with Paris Anderson, who sings. I know I'm throwing out so many names right now, guys. You better have chalkboards, and you better be keeping notes.
I was about to say, there's so many similarities. There's really only like 4 different names in all these lists.
Yeah, seriously. It's really band-cessed, if we're being honest. And then...
You can just like connect the dots through people.
Yeah. And then Witchflower is John, and also my friend Jasper, Sab, Jason, Joe. Yeah, but so a bunch of different names. But those are my 5 main projects.
Nice.
That's awesome. So when you're juggling those types of projects, and I want to ask this the right way because it's never someone picking priority of one project over another, but how do you balance, like, say Elephant Jake wants to do something and then another one of your projects wants to do something. How do you pick and choose? How do you break it to somebody? Like, how do you approach that whole situation?
Right. Well, so it's really convenient that 4 of the projects are all based in Boston, and then it's also really convenient that all of the members are in every band. So
yeah, exactly.
So that makes things kind of easy because it's like we actually created a big schedule, like a Google Calendar between all of the bands in Boston because everybody's interconnected. So that's how we kind of prioritize certain things with rehearsals or gigs or recording sessions. And then when it comes to Elephant Jake, since we're the only ones not in Boston, or at least based out of Boston, we have to kind of plan ahead a little bit more. And since we plan ahead more, I can let everybody else know. So actually, it's kind of crazy that there really hasn't been any layover between all the projects, but that's kind of the way it comes about when it's about gigs or recording sessions or practices. Does that answer your question?
Completely, and I think, I mean, you just basically what you're saying is it's all about solid communication, which you seem to have. That calendar's a really great idea.
Yeah, for sure.
I really ask because when we first started Shark Club, David, our drummer, and I were in another band together, and that other band got super jealous, and they never wanted to cooperate with us, even though we tried to keep that level of communication open and say that we wanted, to work on both things. They just weren't having it. So I was wondering, you have so many projects that you're working on. I wondered how you just kept it afloat.
No, for sure.
I think then
is the reason you guys broke up because they refused to cooperate with Shark Club? I'm assuming you broke up.
We were the mistress.
We did. So this is what happened.
You guys were the mistress. Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's what.
Shark Club is a group of home wreckers.
Pretty much.
Essentially. So these three kids that I knew in high school, they're like the best of friends. They had a band. And I was in high school and I wanted to be in a band. I knew that they had a band and I knew them kind of. And I said, let me be in the band. And they said, okay. Mm-hmm. And when I joined the band, they were not playing shows and they were not recording music. And I kind of was like, we should be recording music and playing shows. And that's what we started doing. And then I brought David in because we needed a drummer. So that was all happening. And then David and I started another project on the side. And they got jealous. And after like a couple months, they kicked David and I out. Or they pretty much forced us to say we wanted to leave.
Oh, man.
And so technically they're still together. But now they're back in the groove of not recording music or playing shows.
Gotcha.
I'm not trying to throw shade. I'm just stating some facts.
No. I don't think
But
you.
that's
I don't
what-
think you
that's what
are.
happened.
Yeah. I don't think you are. I
Yeah.
appreciate you sharing. I know that's like kind of uncomfortable, but
No, I mean, because we always have to talk about like when that first band for us gave us so many experiences that helped us with being in Shark Club. Like
right.
there was communication that wasn't healthy. There were friendships that weren't healthy. But at the same time, we learned about how to book a gig properly, what kind of places we want to play at, how to go about recording and stuff like that. So we look at it as a positive experience in that regard.
That's awesome. Yeah. That information, that knowledge is priceless.
For sure. Because, I mean, if you're somebody who's lucky enough to, when your first band is like the band that you're going to like be in for forever, you're going to have to go through those roadblocks. And sometimes it's tough to come out on the other end, everyone being okay.
Right. Yeah. I don't remember who said this to me or where I heard it, but essentially being in a band, and especially being in a touring band and a committed band, you're in a relationship with however many other members there are.
Yeah.
Right? Like you're committed, and it's like if things don't work out, they don't work out. And sometimes bands aren't compatible for that exact reason. It's like you have to give the same give and take that you would give to your partner.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I think back, like, one of this, like, so like I said, in that original band, the three main guys were, like, the best of friends.
Mm-hmm.
We would have band practice, and then three guys would turn to each other and say, you guys want to hang out after? And then they wouldn't turn to David and I and ask us to hang out after, which was fine.
Yeah.
But I would then, like, be driving home, and I'd be like, oh, it'd be really cool to be in a band with people who are, like, my best friends.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I can, like, honestly say that with my Shark Boys.
I was gonna say it's beneficial to be friends first and bandmates second.
Sure.
Like just to have people around you that like you can have like 5-hour car rides with and not want to kill each other.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Like Metallica. Metallica's a band that formed like all through like ads on newspapers. And of course, you know, after like 40 whatever years, you get close to each other. But that's all business, baby. They're all business.
Yo, real quick, I know you guys can't see me right now. You'll see later. I'm wearing a Metallica shirt.
Oh, are you into Metallica? Or are you just wearing the shirt?
Yeah, no, okay, so they were
Fucking
really
poser.
No, they were a super seminal band for me. Master of Puppets was a big one for me.
The record or the song?
Yes.
I would say more so the song, but also the record. Like Orion is super, like that riff is fucking huge. Like that's big. Battery is pretty fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
I'd argue that's one of the best metal albums of all time, but it's like it doesn't like I don't listen to it often. I don't really go back to it as much.
They have such a deep catalog. Like you can just pick and choose.
Have you listened to their? Have you guys listened to their most recent album?
Yeah.
What did you
I
think
have
about
not.
It was the double album, right?
Yeah, it was like I think it was the one with all their fucking faces on it.
Yeah, all their faces printed on it. So okay, I'm big into Metallica,
Right.
and this is a really really hot take, but my favorite Metallica album is Death Magnetic, which came out in 2008.
Oh, bro! I had a conversation with my roommate Nate the other day, and I said straight up, Death Magnetic is the most underrated Metallica album.
Yes, because look, Because the album that came out before that was freaking Saint Anger, and obviously the recording quality's not that great. And the one before that was like 10 years before. So this is like the first Metallica album where the production and sound quality is pristine. You can hear the distorted guitars beautifully.
Yeah.
The riffs are killer. They come through the mix so well. And also there's just some really solid tracks on it. So my answer to you is, that's so sick that you said that, because Death Magnetic is my favorite. This new album came out, and there are some tracks that are kind of like that have the same effect, but it's so long, and you know, some of the tracks just are. It seems like filler content to me.
The way that I look at this. Oh wait, I want to say something about Death Magnetic before I say about Hardwired.
Yeah.
I will argue that Cyanide is one of Metallica's top 5 songs. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
That chorus, Cyanide.
I'm an All Nightmare Long guy.
That's pretty good too. That music video is one of the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that I see Hardwired to Self-Destruct is, I feel like this record was released not coincidentally the same time that Metallica decided to be a brand instead of a band, right? Like I feel like Metallica, like they started making beers, they started selling everything. Like you can find a Metallica shirt probably in a JCPenney or a Target or your local Claire's. You know what I mean? Like they're everywhere. So I feel like this record was more to get their t-shirts up, their t-shirt sales up, than to actually release music.
Yeah, they didn't have to release an album. That was their first album in like 10 years.
Yeah,
so
for
like,
sure.
who was to say they could have waited another 5 or you know what I'm saying?
It didn't have to exist. Straight up.
It definitely didn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm thankful for it. There's some sick riffs in there.
Yeah.
I think another thing about it, which I don't know if you know the history of the record, but so when they were writing it, Kirk Hammett, the lead guitarist.
Oh yeah.
You know about the story?
It was like about the solos, right?
Well, what happened, so he recorded maybe like 500 voice memos on his phone of riff ideas, right? Mm-hmm. Right before they go in the studio, the guy loses his phone, cannot find his phone. He brought absolutely nothing into the songwriting process. He improvised all of his solos.
Oh my god.
So, like, on Death Magnetic, the solos, you could tell are constructed, they have a purpose, they're really, really good. On this one, he's just shredding just to shred.
See, that doesn't really work for me. And like, I get that Metallica is a shred metal band, but at the same time, I really like their best songs are very intentional. And
for sure.
Like, I don't know, I feel like improvisation is not something that Kirk Hammett is that good at. He's their worst member, if we're being honest. Like, he's their worst member.
You think so? As a drummer, I would love to know your take on Lars.
As a bassist, I hate him.
You would. No, like
for what he did on Injustice for All, I just can't forgive him.
Wait, what are you talking about? Wait, fill me in.
I'm pretty sure he told the guy mixing that album to just turn the bass all the way low.
No,
and all the interviews conducted with that producer afterwards was like, yeah, it sounded like shit. I wasn't proud of it, but it's what they wanted. It's what Lars wanted.
Oh, fucking Lars!
So that's why you can hardly hear the bass on that album.
Lars is the reason behind the snare sound on Saint Anger.
That too.
Okay, first of all, this is a god awful take. I don't hate the snare sound. I think it makes the record. I think it makes the song. I think Saint Anger is a good track. I'm gonna move on before you can rebuttal. I'm gonna say
it's fine.
I'm gonna say about Lars. I think that he's a decent drummer. I think honestly, Sad But True is a really fucking good drum performance more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that his drum performance on that track makes it what it is, and it's the reason why it's one of Metallica's most popular tracks. I do think that he is wildly inconsistent with tempo and feel. And if we're talking about drummers, I'd say that's probably priority. So I don't know. I like him. I think it's kind of like a right place, right time sort of thing for him. If you replace him with any other drummer, I think they would do a better job. But I also think that if you take Lars out of the equation, Metallica is not a Metallica.
No, yeah, he's such a big force behind it, whether you want to admit it or not.
I mean, he's super divisive though, so like I get why you asked that question because he's got some bad reputations with him.
Dude, did you see Some Kind of Monster, that documentary about Saint Anger?
No, I didn't watch it.
It's like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but starring Metallica. Like, it's just so much drama. It's so funny.
No, dude.
What's it called?
It's called I think it's called Some Kind of Monster.
Mm-hmm.
We should watch it. I would love to watch it with you.
I'd be down.
Because that's also, they were auditioning new bass players. And that's when, like...
I think I've seen clips of that.
Yeah, there's clips of that online. That's a really interesting part.
Oh, yeah, like Les Claypool auditions?
Yeah. Yeah. And then freaking Rob Trujillo just comes in and freaking melts everyone's face because he's so sick.
He's so sick.
But, who would you say, who are some of your favorite drummers? Is there somebody that you listened to that made you say, I want to pick up the drumsticks myself? Or, were you already playing and looking up to different drummers?
I would say maybe 45% of my drumming style comes from Travis Barker.
Sick.
For sure. I don't know, Travis Barker finds a way to make the song very drum-centric without taking away from any other part. And I think that that's really fascinating because I feel like for the most part, drummers are supposed to play the backbeat and kind of be the basis of the song, which is valid. I mean, I think that there is a place for that kind of drumming. But I think Travis Barker's drumming is just so prominent where it was I heard what song did I think it was Feeling This. I heard the drum intro of Feeling This and I was just like, dude, that's a perfect drum part. So yeah, I would definitely say Travis Barker for sure.
That's awesome. I mean, the podcast is called Soundtown, but we should change the podcast title to Yellow Card, the podcast, because I always bring up the band Yellow Card. Have you ever listened to Yellow Card, or are you just like, oh, I know Ocean Avenue?
So I know Ocean Avenue, and the other track I know is Lights and Sounds. Those are the only two tracks, though.
I would recommend looking deeper into their catalog because Yellow Card's drummer, Longinu Parsons III, is my favorite drummer, bar none.
Dude,
and I think it's one of David's favorite too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I will say, dude, when I was learning how to play drums, and I was listening to Ocean Avenue because the drums on that song are solid. The snare fill that he does leading into the bridge.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, bro. That's a solid fill. That's hard to replicate.
Well, and you know what? Sometimes if we're goofing around during practice, David and I will start playing it, and David will hit that fill perfectly, and I have to stop playing because I can't stop laughing. I'm like so stoked, but also like I can't believe you just pulled that off like no problem.
Dude, I remember when I first heard Shark Club. We were on Rutgers University, and we were playing the show there. I don't remember. Rest Assured might have been
Twizzler Factory.
Oh, Rest Assured. We were talking about that.
And Have a Good Season.
Yeah, we talked about that with Sal. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. By the way, I couldn't make it on the podcast when you did it with Sal. He hit me up, like he hit the group chat up a few minutes before and was like, "By the way, I'm doing a podcast," and I was at work. So I was at work. So I hope you guys don't think I was like blowing you off or anything.
No, not at all. We get everyone's busy, and you know what? The fact we're getting like extra content now that you weren't on it before, so it's totally fine.
Oh fuck yeah! So I'm being used anyway. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember seeing you guys, and I remember hearing David play, and I heard you guys say, and David was unbelievably tight. All of you guys were, but I'm a drummer, so I was obviously focusing on David. And
David's usually the tightest.
Yeah,
David's so fucking good. But I remember thinking, like, holy shit. Like, we're going to play after these guys? Like
you.
There's no way, dude. There's no
Dude,
way.
I swear to God, because, like, I heard you guys, and like, Elephant Chick was still kind of new to the whole New Jersey house circuit. And I think an element of it was that Dave and I were the same age. So, I don't know why that matters in my head, but it matters. I was like, oh god, like he's fucking great.
No, I get it. Like Patrick Mahomes, I'm the same age as Patrick Mahomes, but I'm not making $500 million.
Neither is David.
Dude, yeah, that's crazy. He's having a son. They just found out today, by the way.
Oh, it's a boy?
It's a boy. They did gender reveal.
The future of the league.
The future of the league. But yeah. So, yeah, that show was fucking crazy. You guys were so fucking good.
And, well, you guys were, I mean, I talked about this when Sal was on, so I'll try and keep it brief for people listening, but the way we heard Elephant Jake for the first time was we saw you on My Parents' Basement Sessions.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And we had recorded one, and it was like getting ready to be posted. And I think the week before ours got posted, Sebastian Bauer, your live thing of Sebastian Bauer went up. And we were so impressed.
Damn.
And we were like, oh my God, we got to ask Polo to like not post ours for a couple weeks. And we can't go up after that. But, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass, dude.
I am.
But, like, out of all the live drummers I've ever seen, you are up there as, like, the most impressive.
Dude.
And that's the honest to God truth.
Come on,
You're
bro.
a beast.
Your energy is a little scary sometimes, honestly. Like, it's scary in a good way, and like, holy shit, like, this dude's gonna burst into flames.
Just combust in the middle of a Philly House show. Dude, that means a lot. I really appreciate that, guys. Yeah, no, the live show is something that Elephant Jake talks about often. Like we were always just like, we really got to put on a good live show. Like this is where our band is. Like we are a live band. So, dude, like, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Sorry, you go.
No, go ahead. No, you go.
Oh, well, I was going to kind of change it and bring it to you guys, but like, keep going.
No, I was just going to say, like, you can tell how much work goes into that live performance for you guys. Because I definitely feel that. And in my opinion, it's hard to sound better live than on your record. Mm-hmm. And while your records sound great and the songs are so much fun, there's nothing better than seeing Elephant Jake live.
Dude, bro, that means so much. Well, what I was going to say about your guys' live show is my favorite thing about your guys' live show compared to other people is I'm not going to name names because I'm not thinking of anybody specifically, but like there's like sometimes when I watch a band play and I'm just thinking like, okay, you're just playing to play. Like you've been here before, you're going through the motions, like you want to play music. I can tell that you like music, but like you don't seem like you want to be here. And every single time you guys play, there's just smiles on your face and you're all looking at each other and the chemistry is absurd. Like Russ, you have some of the best stage presence that I've ever seen as a front
nice.
Dude, yeah,
nice.
The way you talk to the crowd,
it's fun to watch him.
yeah, no, it's so good. I remember this one Philly House show when you guys did a bit with Sweet Child of Mine, like the whole fucking show. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I did that more than once. I hate to admit. Because because we have this one part in one of our songs, it's in the key of D, and I have to like just play like a pretty mundane riff, and I play it maybe twice or three times in the song, and so at one point I was just like, let me just like have some fun with this, and I started playing the intro to Sweet Child of Mine.
Yes, dude.
But I think, first of all, thank you, because that was really, really nice what you just said. It made me feel good. But if we think back to earlier in our conversation where we were talking about, you know, how far did we want to take our band and, like, did we ever picture it, you know, going all the way?
Right.
I think it's really important. So in my first band, my mindset was, okay, we're going to record really good songs, we're going to play shows and tour, and then we're going to get signed, and then we're going to just keep doing that, and we're going to grow, and it's going to... And that mindset is not the best to be in. Because by the time that I got into Shark Club, I was like, okay, the priority for me is going to be having fun and making sure that the people around me are having a good time and just soaking everything in. Because with Shark Club, we've had such great experiences, like recording in studios, getting to meet some of our heroes, recording with them, getting to travel and meet really fun people. You know, all the other stuff, like people saying that they like the music or somebody putting it on a magazine or something, like that's just gravy. Like having fun and living it up for me, like that's the most important thing right now.
That's a great mindset to be in. Yeah, for sure. I feel like most things happen when you least expect it to. It's like, dude, like I don't know, cliches are cliches. Whatever you'll say about them, like I get it. But dude, cliches are sick. It's like they're always right. You know, it's like things happen when you least expect them. And like also another one in regards to what you just said, talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. It's like if you are saying like you want to do this, you want to do that, and then like put nothing forward to do what you want to do, it's like it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And dude, I definitely agree with you. Like whenever Sal and I actually had a conversation last night, and we were talking about it, and we were like, when you're on tour and when you're playing shows, when you're recording, it feels like work, obviously. But there's an element to it. There's a deeper layer where you're with your best friends. There's no pressure because they understand you more than anyone else in the world. So yeah, you're working and you might have obligations and things to do. But at the end of the day, we're having fun because we're in a car together. You know what I mean? Like we're having fun because we're buying Skittles in a fuck ass gas station in the middle of Ohio. You know what I mean? Like that's the shit. And like if you're not doing it for those reasons, you're not doing it for the right reason. So I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I've said it on here plenty of times. Like my favorite part for me are those long car rides.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the show's a lot of fun and everything, but that's
messing with David when he falls asleep in the car.
Yeah, David
always falls asleep.
Are you serious?
He always, yeah, without fail.
He's a big napper in the car.
Big time.
That's great. That's great.
So I mean, Andrew, one of the main reasons why we brought you on, obviously, we wanted to catch up. We felt bad that you couldn't come on with Sal, but I'll tell you, I gotta be straightforward with you, my man. We heard about Fire Truck Records, and we thought, wow, what better way to promote that for our friends and have them explain it to us than to have somebody come on the podcast and tell us about it. What can you say about Fire Truck? What inspired you to start it? What are you guys all about?
So, I'll give you the reason why it's called Fire Truck Records first. Just so our first. What'd you say?
I said starts with F, ends with Uck.
Oh, yo.
That's your first shirt idea.
Yo, you gotta cut this part of the podcast. We gotta do a surprise drop. That's actually an excellent merch idea. I will be remembering that. But
bumper stickers, that would be sick.
Yes, dude. So our first tour mobile for Elephant Jake was Colin's Ford Explorer. I think it was like 2005, 2006 or something. And it was an old fireman's like vehicle. So there was a bunch of stickers on it. There was these big ass headlights, and we called it the fire truck. And sadly, he had to put it to rest a while ago. So to pay homage to him, we named it Fire Truck Records, and so that's where the name comes from. But so
was that big long? It was like tannish, beigeish looking color.
No, that was Colin's mom's car. That was a big Expedition.
Oh,
yeah,
that car I remember.
Yeah, we toured in that a couple times, but yeah, that was never Colin's. But yeah, so that's where the name comes from. We just wanted. I don't know. I feel like Sal and I are a good team because we hold each other accountable, and whenever someone isn't doing something or carrying their weight, we call each other out, and we also are each other's hype man in a way. So like, he sends me songs, I send him songs. Oh, have you ever, or like, what can I do for this section, shit like that. So it's like we communicate really well in that sense, and I feel like both of our music tastes are very different. While also being the same, we can find things that we like in each other's music while not necessarily having it be our general intake. So we just wanted, dude, like a record label is sick, you know? Like everybody in the DIY scene knows about DIY record labels and stuff like that. And we were just like, we've been supported by DIY record labels before, and we wanted to do the same thing. We wanted to kind of give back, you know what I mean? Not give back in the sense that like people need Fire Truck Records, like they're craving it, but like just give back because it's like we've been given that before. So like we want if if we've been helped out by DIY record labels before, we would like to do it the same way. So you know Ethan and Paul from Philly, right? Like Ethan Farmer and Paul Meggett did release Classic off of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they released Classic using a DIY label. It was No Moms No Rules Records, and Ethan was probably the first guy that Elephant Jake ever met in Philly, so he was a big inspiration for us. So we were like, he was kind of like the godfather and led the way, you know what I mean? So when he was doing DIY record labels and helping out Elephant Jake so much, it was another reason why we wanted to start a label, because it's like, yo, Ethan did it. Ethan's sick. Let's be like Ethan. So yeah, dude, we're releasing Sal's record pretty soon. He's got a solo EP that he plays all the parts on, and it's fucking so good, dude. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. It's really fucking well done.
Ooh, that's exciting. Yeah, I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah, and then we get. Oh, sorry, you go.
No, you go. You were saying more things.
Oh yeah, and then we've got some other things cooking right now that I can't necessarily tell you the specifics of yet, but we have there's a lot of things coming essentially.
That's really exciting. I'm really excited for you guys.
Okay,
the sirens are blaring.
The sirens.
They are blaring.
I think there's a lot of people out there who don't really understand what record labels do, and I know that kind of DIY record labels do different things.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a band listening to this who's like, I love Elephant Jake, they have a record label, I'd really love to be a part of it. Like, what kind of things do you do to support bands? Like, what is Fire Truck going to be doing for bands?
For sure. So basically what our plan is so far is we will front the money for everything. So if you want to release a record off of Fire Truck Records, we will front the money for the t-shirts, for the promotion. The promotion doesn't cost a lot of money because you're just posting on Instagram and stuff like that, but we'll front the money for the t-shirts, we'll make cassettes, we'll make the CDs, and we'll pay for everything. And then when it comes time to release the record and start selling CDs, selling t-shirts and everything, basically the general idea is we make our money back and then you get all of the profits after that. So we want to make sure that we're really supporting the bands and really giving back to them, because they're record labels like Atlantic Records and Fueled by Ramen, they're scums, dude. It's like the music to them is a product. It's essentially the same thing about selling Miller High Life or an Acura. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same shit. So we with DIY labels, I don't think that Fire Truck Records is special in this. DIY labels really want to put music on the forefront and make sure that they are the center of everything that the record label is revolving around.
I think that's incredible. Yeah, and I think that's a trend that a lot of people are kind of turning towards. This is a great example. I'm not personally a really big fan of his, but I just know Chance the Rapper is a huge artist, huge name, and he's all indie. He's not on a label or anything.
Right.
And I'm sure for newer bands or bands just looking for a little bit of help, a label like yours really goes a long way in assisting in getting their music heard. For sure. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, and I hope that's what ends up happening. Because it's dude, I'm sure you guys see it. Shark Club's on Spotify, Apple Music. That is a fucking money pit. You get nothing from streaming. It upsets me that that's how music is the music industry is going, but it is what it is. Yeah. Okay, Lars. Sorry.
Oh my god. But yeah. But yeah, Fire Truck Records, bro. We woo.
We woo. We're so stoked.
We woo, rock you.
Oh.
Dude, Eric is he's giving you everything.
Yeah, you guys gotta hire me. I'll be one of your executives.
Honestly, you just created 2 t-shirts. There will be royalties though, don't worry.
Hell yeah. I just want a free t-shirt of each one.
I'll give you a free t-shirt and a kiss on the lips.
Ooh.
Come on,
post-pandemic, I hope.
Yeah, post-pan.
Oh, dude. How's quarantine be treating you guys? Or, well, I guess we're kind of post-quarantine at this point. What's going on with that?
No one ever told us you don't have to quarantine anymore, but I feel like people aren't being as safe as they should be.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as things started opening up again, it was like, oh, okay, normal life.
Yeah, and that's really not the case.
Yeah,
it's we're getting by.
yeah. I'm sure you guys. Oh, sorry. What?
I'm bracing because I feel like it's gonna start getting. It already is starting to get worse again, but I feel like it's gonna start getting like bad again.
100K cases a day. I didn't mean to bring it up. It's like I'm sure everybody's having these conversations with 1,000 different people. So I just wanted to make sure that like you guys were good during quarantine and everything.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. Thank you for asking. We hope you're doing good too.
Yeah, especially in a city.
Dude, yeah, it was crazy. It was
Baston.
crazy. Wait, what'd you say?
But you're doing good.
I said Baston.
Baston.
Harvard Yard.
Oh, there you go, bro. You're a local.
But going into work every day and working those 8-hour shifts, like the place you work for, they're doing everything safe and everything.
Oh yeah, because you're in retail. That's got to be interesting, right?
Dude, yeah, it's ass. I'm like I don't know, dude. It's like I get it. Like I have to make a living, but like at the same time, like why, dude? Like nobody wants to be working retail right now. Like I guarantee everybody who's working retail, and I don't want to speak for everybody, but they don't want to be working retail and interacting with 600 customers a day on a Saturday. You know?
Yeah.
I'm working 2 jobs right now. I'm working at Newberry Comics, and everybody there who is everybody who works there is really, really nice, and we're all taking proper precautions. We're being as safe as we can be. I work at Nike at the end of Newberry Street, and it's a really big building. It's 3 floors, 75 people are on the staff. And with that many people, it's kind of hard to enforce rules, especially when it comes to the pandemic. So there's like not a lot of masks being worn, and there's so many people at Nike compared to my other job where it's really hard to enforce it with the customers as well. It is what it is, dude. It's like I have to make money. Like I have to pay rent. I got to pay the bills, you know what I mean? But, dude, ass!
Yeah. I hope you continue to stay safe. At least tell me about the comic book store. Do you have any crazy stories of like anybody refusing to wear a mask or like throwing a hissy fit or anything like that?
Luckily, not me. Nah, everybody in Boston honestly has been doing a really good job. I can't complain. Like I see more masks than not in Boston.
That's good to hear.
Have you guys had any crazy stories like that? Like I don't know what you guys like. Do you interact with people a lot during the day? I don't know what you guys are doing usually.
I do a little bit because I work as I work in glass, so like I'm at people's houses like fixing windows and shit. But people are good about that. People answer the door with their masks already on and everything, and we always have our masks on. And
nice.
And but people usually keep their distance and stuff, so that's usually good. But it's still just weird sometimes.
No, for sure. Russ, what are you doing?
Yeah, I have an office job in the city, and I'm just working from home, thankfully.
That's great.
Yeah, and so, I'm in my home like all day, and then the only other people outside of my house that I see are Eric to do the podcast and my girlfriend.
Oh, nice.
And, everyone's...
Just a special pair.
Yep. Yeah, just these two, my 2 favorite peeps. Oh. But yeah, we got to be really safe about it because my grandparents live close by to us, and they need help, so we try to take care of them. And My dad has a heart condition, so you just got to be extra cautious with that. But
100%.
Other than that, everybody's healthy. Nobody in my immediate circle got sick, so we're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing while other people are out there partying.
Of course. Dude, I saw a picture on Reddit, and it was a fraternity, and they held a big sheet, and they threw it over the balcony, and it said what it said on the sheet. By the way, there were like 30 people in front of it, and it said you can't eat ass with a mask on.
You're just not trying hard enough.
I like that, Eric.
That's inspirational as fuck. Yeah, dude.
Of all the hills to die on, they choose that one.
Yeah, right.
Andrew, before we wrap this up, would you want to play a quick game of this or that?
I would love that.
So if you don't know what this or that is, basically we'll tell you two things, and you have to pick either this or that. Are you ready?
Yes.
I have a list, and it's whittled down to not the best ones, but we have a great guest, so I'm sure you'll have really.
I want the best ones.
Should I just rehash some of the best?
No. I'm not done yet.
This is
Go.
No, but Andrew,
this is the season finale.
This is our season finale.
I'm the finale, bro.
Some callbacks.
Yeah, you're the finale guest.
Oh god, I gotta show my nipples or something. I gotta make this big. Alright, I'm gonna show my right nipple to the camera. You can edit it out if you want. Here's my right nipple, everybody.
What were some of your favorites?
Ooh, you didn't ask that one yet. That's a pretty good one.
I don't think I should ask that one because he's in trouble right now.
Oh, okay, never mind. Someone's canceled. We're not asking that one.
Oh, is it about Michael Jackson? Is that why?
No.
It's not.
Is Michael Jackson canceled?
I always thought he was, even until the day he died. But when he died, everybody flipped the switch and said, no, he's good now. And then that documentary came out last year. And people are still like, eh.
That's kind of what I'm asking, because it's basically irrefutable now.
In my mind, he's canceled.
Okay, for sure.
That's just me, though. Everyone has a right, because then you get into the conversation, do you separate the art from the artist? And you can,
That's another can of worms for sure.
Yeah, we definitely don't have to get into that.
Yeah,
but in
for
my
sure.
mind, he did some really questionable things.
I respect that.
We should not forget about.
Are you a breakfast or dinner man?
Dinner, for sure.
That was your favorite? That one was your favorite out of all this?
I'm hungry. Okay.
I'm sorry, what was your answer?
Dinner.
You said dinner. Pay attention.
You said dinner? What's your... If you were in a last meal situation, what would your last meal be?
Just dinner.
Fuck. Yeah, just dinner.
Just dinner?
I don't know, dude. It would probably be... God, I really fuck with the chicken sandwich at Wendy's.
Ooh.
Just straight up, I think it's a number 5.
Choice,
I may be mistaken. But yeah, probably that. Definitely dinner though. I don't really eat breakfast that much.
Oh, you're one of those?
I don't eat breakfast that much, but I love breakfast foods. I just don't eat a lot of breakfast foods at breakfast times. I'm more likely to eat
I'm the same way.
I only eat cereal past 10 p.m.
Yeah.
I never have cereal in the morning. It's always a late night snack.
So I was talking to my friend at work today, and we were saying that cereal is confirmed better at night.
Yeah.
I will also say...
It's a soup at that point.
Yeah, it's a soup.
Right?
Yeah! I also want to say, the reason why I don't really eat breakfast that often is because I take a lot of shits in the morning. Upwards of 4, minimum 2, and that's prior to noon. So breakfast
in a single day.
You start your day rocking,
dude. In a single day, in a single morning. That's why I don't really.
What are you draining? What did you eat?
How many
that
cups
you need
of
to drain
coffee
all
are you
that?
drinking?
Man, I could eat a stick. I could eat a steak. I could eat a fucking fish. I don't it doesn't matter. I could eat Fruity Pebbles. It's weird, man. We don't have to get into my bowel movements, but I know 4 days is a lot.
No, we're on the topic.
Yeah.
Season finale. This is what the people want to hear.
Well, I don't. I wish I had more to add on about this.
Well, I'm glad your body is healthy. It seems like.
What is it? Would you say it's healthy?
We're gonna say healthy.
That's so interesting.
We're not gonna delve into this.
I want to assume it's healthy, so I don't have to see a doctor about my shits. But we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on my bowel movements.
You'll go there. You'll go to the doctor. You'll be like, "Pussy, I'm taking 5."
I don't care. See if I care. All right.
I need another this or that. That was seriously. I told you to pick your favorite. Yeah. That makes me feel so bad because all the other ones are. Or unless you have a better one off the top of your head, Eric. Oh wait, do you have to go, Andrew? I'm sorry if we're holding you.
I can talk to you guys all night. You guys are killing it, by the way.
No,
Hey,
you're
thanks.
killing it, dude.
Not-
Giving great podcast answers.
Dude.
Yeah, it goes a lot better with guests that have a lot to say.
Yeah.
Oh.
We had Pete Klein on from Santa Wave last episode. And we admittedly we didn't know him very well.
Right.
Because we our introduction to him was through the split that we did, and then we didn't meet Stan Wave until like years later.
Oh, right.
And that was such a great conversation we had with him.
Yeah, we feel like we're really good friends with him now.
That's
Yeah.
so sick. Yeah.
I'm gonna start a Dungeons and Dragons campaign with him.
Dude, that's so sick. Yeah, he reps Dungeons and Dragons hard. I
We
love
got into it because it's always something that I've been interested in but never really dove into before. And then when he mentioned that he makes everybody like do the character voices, that was when I was like, oh, okay, I gotta play with this guy.
Yeah, Eric, you'd be good at it because you're kind of quick. Like you're witty, and I feel like you have to be with Dungeons and Dragons. Like you got to be on your toes the whole time. So I feel like you would really be good at it.
Cool. Yeah. Hopefully it'll happen soon.
True.
You got a this or that?
I,
All right, this or that. Shark Club frontmen. Jake.
I'll leave.
No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that.
I'm really like playing it out in my head. Jake's taller than me, so he might have a height advantage. Yeah, but I feel like
I
you're.
thought you were taller.
I don't know. For some reason I have this idea that he's just like superhuman. Like I can't
He's
explain
pretty
it.
great.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we gotta.
Dude, you were on this podcast before Jake was on this podcast.
Are
Like,
you-
we have yet to have Jake on the podcast.
Oh my goodness, dude! This is the start of Shark Club drama right here. This is a scandal.
When's our reality show starting?
It's a reality.
You guys were like this or that, Andrew or Jake. All right, you got a fucking question or what?
Go, bro. Should we just read all of them and then cut out the ones that are most boring?
No, let's just read one we haven't done yet.
They're just not that good.
Um,
You can ask the one I told you not to ask.
Drake or Josh? Drake is canceled.
One of them is
but
Drake is canceled.
I don't know if he is canceled though. I don't know what came out of it.
he did do that cover of Gucci Gang not too long ago. That enough should have canceled him.
Holy shit! I didn't know he was canceled. What did he do?
I don't know the full situation, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. I think essentially when he was really popular on Nickelodeon, he was dating somebody a little younger, and now she's coming out and saying that he was verbally and mentally abusive. I'm not sure about physically. But right now, I just remember the situation was left to, it was he said, she said. But, nowadays, if anything comes up, people are not willing to be really forgiving about it.
Yeah, for sure.
But don't let that influence your decision.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll tell you a story. Okay. I had this friend named John Manger when we were kids. He was my best friend in preschool and like at the beginning of elementary school. We went to different elementary schools, but we still hung out a lot. And when Drake and Josh was obviously at its height when we were in elementary school and everything. And whenever we would play Drake and Josh, because we had to play Drake and Josh, he would always be Drake. So I guess Josh, because I'm Josh. I don't not that I didn't want to be Josh, but like.
You had no choice.
I had no
That was
choice.
not
Yeah,
nice.
options are good.
Yeah.
It's good to have options.
No one wants to be forced to be Josh.
Yeah.
I will say this: if I'm watching like a TV show or movie that's not Drake and Josh, and sometimes Josh Peck shows up, and sometimes Jake Bell shows up, I always get more excited when I see Josh Peck.
I was gonna say, as a kid, I like watching the show. I didn't like Josh. I thought he was kind of annoying. But now when I watch the show as an adult,
he's the best
like
part.
Drake sucks.
Yeah. His character is just
Like,
so
Josh is-
predictable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Josh is the funnier character. He's the better character. Hot take, but I'm saying it.
Have you guys ever
That's
watched
what the podcast is about.
the fucking Josh Peck has a YouTube channel and he's a vlogger.
Yeah,
I try not to watch that
Dude,
stuff.
Yeah, it's a little crazy.
It's hard. Yeah, dude, it's hard to watch. It's like he's faking it the entire time.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I mean, it's just that's the energy that a lot of those vloggers have, like just being over, like a little extra.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, for sure.
Love you, Josh. Keep doing you.
Love you, Josh.
Josh is definitely watching this. Josh Peck is a huge fan of the pod.
Josh, he's looking down on us.
Josh is God.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
See, none of these are good, right?
They're all good, Russ. You did a great job.
Yeah, no, this is great.
Like
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
that's a good one, I guess.
I mean,
Unless he's a vegetarian.
no, yeah. no.
Or tofu dogs or Impossible Burgers.
Yo, Impossible Burgers are not bad. I think burgers.
I love tofu dogs.
I've never had a tofu dog.
Burger.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I think burgers. I don't know. Hot dogs are kind of like isn't it just every part of the animal? Like it's kind of
Yeah.
That's why tofu dogs are pretty good. You feel a little bit better about eating them. They taste
Yeah.
the same, but you feel a little better.
Yeah, for sure. Me and my girlfriend went through a pretty big hot dog phase during quarantine.
What's the best burger you ever had?
A specific time or
Maybe just like the place that you go to maybe regularly that's got a solid burger.
Yeah. So there's this place called Boston Burger Company, and it's in Boston. It's pretty close to my apartment. They have pretty good burgers. There's this one called the Hot Mess, and it's got Thousand Island dressing, onion rings, tomatoes, lettuce, and the burgers are just really crispy and beefy and juicy, really fucking good. Have you guys ever had In-N-Out?
No, I've never been to California.
Yeah, it's the one I haven't done. I haven't done that, and I haven't done
Okay,
Whataburger.
gotcha. I haven't done Whataburger either. I was just wondering because there's a big debate between Shake Shack, which is like an East Coast thing, and In-N-Out, which is the West Coast, obviously. But sorry, yeah, I just wanted to see what you guys are thinking.
I like Shake Shack. It's definitely a little pricey, but I definitely want to do some In-N-Out and compare. Because I hear about what they call the Flying Dutchman, which is like it's like burger patty with cheese in the middle. Am I right in saying that? We don't know the menu. We don't know the menu.
Hey, bro, I don't fuck with
guys
In-N-Out.
from New Jersey.
Just a couple guys from
New Jersey. Are you guys Sheetz or Wawa?
Wawa. We don't even have Sheets
Yeah,
here.
we don't have Sheets. I've never been to Sheets.
Oh, really? You've never been?
I've never been either. I mean, I've seen them, but like I've never. I'm a Wawa loyalist.
Oh, okay. I can respect that. that.
People around here, they say Quick Check or Wawa, right?
Yeah, like Quick Check is the North Jersey thing, and Wawa's more the South Jersey thing.
Okay, that's interesting because I have a Quick Check about 15 minutes from my house.
Welcome to North
and
Jersey.
I never. What'd you say?
I said, welcome to North Jersey.
Yeah,
A little slice of home.
But I never mentioned Quick Check because I feel like there's kind of a disconnect.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
We're going to alienate our North Jersey viewers here, but it's not the same.
Like, if I can't go to Wawa, I'll hit up a 7-Eleven before I go into a Quick Check.
Damn, bro, I fuck with Quick Check.
Sorry.
I didn't realize there was hate with this.
It's not really hate. Like, I don't even think I've ever even walked into Wawa. It's not easily as accessible in our town, at least. I don't know.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Well, dude, we could go all night, but like I said, I keep the people wanting more. And if
100%.
you're down, we would absolutely love to have you on for another episode at some point.
Yes, bro. Season 2? Come on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, because we're gonna like stop releasing episodes for a while, but that's just so we can record more and get some store some in the tank. So,
Right.
Or we could just like talk and hang out because we miss you and we like hanging out.
No, we have not if we're not using him.
Okay, yeah, we need to use your content.
Talking just to talk.
It's okay.
now.
I kind of
No
like
way.
being used. I can get used to it. I can get used to this.
Welcome back to Soundtown, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that interview.
I enjoyed it. Andrew is a super nice person, super talented musician, and just a real friend to the community. As you heard, Fire Truck Records sounds like they're going to do a lot of great favors for up and coming artists. And I want to be like Andrew when I grow up, if I'm being quite frank. As always, thank you everyone for listening. Again, this is our season finale. We'll be back in about 2 months with the new episodes for you. What we forgot to mention, what's that?
I said we'll miss you. I was talking to the guests.
Oh yeah, Eric's gonna miss you. I, on the other hand, will miss you as well. Eric, what we forgot to mention in the intro, we have since launched our merch store.
That's very true.
A pretty damn nifty T-shirt like this, and it comes in other colors and
Not wearing it.
sizes.
Probably gonna order real soon.
Yeah, make sure I'll include the link in the podcast description as well as the YouTube description if you're watching on there. But we got some affordable, sexy looking cloths for you to try on. And again, check out bestavailableplayer.com, season finale, Soundtown. Eric, what else should we leave the folks with?
How about we leave the folks with that brand spanking new Sage and Syrup single?
Oh, great segue, great idea.
Great assist.
Great assist with the assist. Without further ado, folks, and it's with a heavy heart that we do say goodbye for now. Here is Know You by Sage and Syrup. Come back soon.
Y'all come back now, you hear?